Here on the third hole, we've got Jonny Bentley here, who Jonny's an expert in the ecology side of things here at Royal Liverpool. Loves all the gorse work that we do, has done loads of it over the years.
Yep.
And this year, following the Open with the place being heavily restituted, we're really kind of trying to work on some of these areas a little bit more and kind of almost hitting a reset button. But we're going to do it over 2 years, so it's not a case of everything's coming out at once. But I'm going to ask Jonny a few questions here. As you see, some of it's quite drastic, but we just wanted to kind of explain the techniques Jonny uses to get the gorse back to a finer ecological state. And also later on in this little clip, I'm going to take you and show you some of the stuff we did last year and how fast it actually comes back. So Jonny, talk us through what you did when you first approached this area, because it was really quite tall. It was up about here, wasn't it?
Yeah, this stuff was about 8 to 10 foot high, wasn't it? And this clearly has been growing and never touched. Well, you can tell it's never been touched with the amount of golf balls we found, but it's never been touched for at least probably, I'd say, 10, 15 years. But this stuff was at least 10 foot high, so it was well too leggy. You could see how leggy it was.
You can see in the background exactly some of the legs.
From the base. What we're trying to encourage is the mould to grow back from the bottom and to get nice shorter bushes, that maximum of sort of 8 foot high. That
we can maintain next year with a hedge trimmer.
Get the maintenance going, get a proper regeneration programme, and get the gorse looking a lot better. Better for habitat anyway, isn't it, on the course?
Well, the nesting birds, we work with Bob Taylor, the ecologist, and Bob really enthuses that the nesting birds really like it when the gorse is thick, because it's easier for them to nest. But then we also have kind of some of the taller bits where the birds can sit up and do their mating call.
Yeah, that's why we've got to leave some tall, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the next year, I mean, these will literally be back up like this next year, and it'll be more attractive looking gorse.
Yeah, it doesn't look attractive now, does it? But let's face it, if we don't take it right down, and also we've got to clear it, so we've cleared everything like this. That's what I wanted to do, was clear it right to the base, so that the plant has got light to see, light for the new buds and that to grow right from the base. So it will.
Because I mean, even coming off this stump, for example, it looks like it's.
Yeah, that will have buds all the way up it.
Yeah, but a golfer might think that that's dead,
exactly.
But it's actually not the case. So. And as I'll show you some examples later on.
Yeah.
But Jonny, so as I said, we're doing half this year. I mean, looking around the golf course, we're kind of in between 3 and 5 just now.
Yeah, so we're trying to take the inside ring of this whole section. That's what we've tried to take. And yeah, the idea then is to move on to 5, isn't it? And then the back of 2, isn't it, as well? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the left of 2 might be quite an impact because it's hiding some of the houses exactly, but I mean it's a case I really need to do it now. If it gets too late and it gets too leggy, then it's going to look even worse, and it's starting to fall over.
We've never really
and stuff.
done much to take the older gorse right down, so I think it is worth doing and getting it regenerating properly, because then we can look after it better.
And on the dunes, Jonny, as well, a bit more drastic.
I think we're ripping a lot of that out because it's supposed to be more marram. It's not supposed to be gorse up there, isn't it?
Well, they're essentially overtaking the dunes, so we're going to use heavier mechanical methods to get that out. But yeah, this will all start to grow back by May, June next year. Hopefully, Jonny, like it did last time.
It should see a massive difference, but for now it looks a bit rubbish, doesn't it? But I am fairly confident this.
Oh yeah, you have to be. But then next year, same again next year, and then in year 3. It'll just be a case of hedge trimming, keeping them hedge cut all the way down to hip height, chest height even. And then, I mean, gorse is for a lot of reasons. It's for strategy, it's for protection, it's for screening. But if it's not managed well, it can be a complete pain in the backside. So Jonny's really working hard with the team to get all this done.
We're doing well. We're getting there.
A few more months left. Yeah. Super. Thank you very much, Jonny.
Nice. No worries.
In amongst the gorse here, we've got Ben, who's using the blade to take off all the growth at the bottom, so we get the light in, as Jonny was talking about, and we've got Finn raking out the worst of the ivy. This bit's almost done, and then once they're cleared up, set fire to any kind of excess we've got if we've got a nice calm dry day. So these gorse bushes at the left hand side of the 5th green were actually taken down to ankle height, basically just stumps, in May last year before the Open, and they were back by July. They were back looking like this. So this is more kind of what we'd be looking for now. You'd get in there with a hedge trimmer. And last year we actually took out, there's a great example up here behind the 5th green with a beautiful sandstone wall. It was covered by this horrible leggy gorse that you can see on the left. We've only kept the leggy bit just to hide one of the fibre optic cases, but this gorse is beautifully maintained now, and you can see the sandstone wall. But this is more kind of what we're looking for. But just to show you an example of how fast the gorse comes back, it's pretty remarkable actually. It's hardy stuff.